What's good, family? I love you. You know what I'm saying? When I'm not with you, I miss you. You're in my heart, my corazon. Shout out to Drop Nation, man. I've been working hard, just getting things on track, getting things in line, man. So much excitement going on, feeding the energy. And that's how it should be. As we see chaos happening, we should get real excited, man, to start getting things back in track, in line, start building our kingdom up, start understanding like what it takes. What does it take? It takes very little, man. It takes literally a mustard seed, right? You take a small little candle, it's going to light up a room of darkness. It takes a little light. You can do it. You can be the change. We can all be the change, and together we are the change. I want to send love to Smilez. Smilez has been dropping that drop. Goodness gracious. Hallway CH. Yeah, you guys are amazing. You know what I'm saying? Love, love, love the energy. Please subscribe to Madison Smilez, Maddie Smilez. The links are there. Check them out. Hallway CH. Just two of my favorite people, man, on earth, man. Real talk. That's how energy works. That's the direct flow. It don't matter how far away we are, if we think we know each other or not, clearly we do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lex Will, Higher Mark, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Let us find the truth, my brother. Everybody, man, that's just in this, surfing this wave, man. I'm going to get to y'all real soon with the, June roll call, because we got a lot of great people that I want to get to their comments, and they've been very, man, just, we've been getting so much energy, the energy we need. The energy you see in me is the energy that I get from you. So because you sent it to me, man, I just can't wait to get back to you, man. You know what I mean? And here we go. So I'm gonna get into this drop, man. It's this is the real deal. This is the real deal, man. It's been vetted. This is the real deal. So we know that it correlates with the King Alfred's plan and all that. I'm dropping all the radio shows again, but I'm dropping them in smaller little segments so you can kind of get, little bits and pieces of all the hundreds of hours of work that's been put into already, and so you can be excited like we are to come back on a brand new platform on Blog Talk Radio, to then be live, hopefully on a daily basis, to connect to you on a daily basis. That's what we want to get to. We're building, we're excited. The music, we're going to get all that stuff going, all the playlists, we're going to get the app going, everything, so you can just always be in swag frequency no matter where you are. It'll be like Pandora, but all your music will be in vibe suites. Right now you can go on 432thedrop.com, click on vibe suites. You'll see the ones that we've been working on. We got so much to do. If you're out there and you just want to, help us and, get stuff going, we need help. We need people building these vibe suites up, putting music in them, 432 and music and all this kind of stuff. So, it's just me and Chef Candy, we're trying to build something for the people. So if you got time and you want to start 432 in music and learning how to do that, man, and all this kind of stuff is so cheap. Like literally the program, one of the programs we use is return to432.org. It's $19.99 or something like that, a one-time thing, and then you can just update it. You can tune, up to 25 songs, at a time, just using that. You can do Audacity. So the songs that we really want to get pristine, we do it on Audacity, through the change pitch module thing. So anyway, we'll talk about how you can get involved in the organization that, that is the drop, that is Drop Nation, that is Swag Frequency, that is Swag Freak, all that, you understand? But let's get into the Smilez. This is a real deal thing. And again, we rejoice on stuff like this. Don't start freaking out, because what you see and what you hear, rejoice and know that your kingdom is near. Get in order, because it's order over chaos every single darn time. Love to Smilez, man. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see me dropping Smilez a lot, because Smilez got the drop. Man, this is Drop Nation. This is 432 the drop. So get with it or get left on. Shout out to Smilez. Let's get it. Let me set you guys up in your virtual suite. Haha. Hospitality. Hospitality. You are now in your suite. Get cozy. The cocktail waitress will be over to you. Give you your proper libations. Nah, man. Come on, man. Feeling good, man. Had a great Shabbat. Hopefully you did too, man. Shabbat Shalom. Kwang Yasharala. Rise, Israel, rise. They said you was a myth, right? Man, it feels good to be in this tune, man. It feels good to be in this frequency. Keep vibing to the drop. I appreciate it. You appreciate it. We appreciate it. We are building together brick by brick. We are rebuilding this house. Love to everybody. Love to Smile. Smile's got the drop. Let's get it.
Hello everyone, it's Maddie Smiles getting back to you.
Get it.
And I was going to work on The Purge and other videos like this, but I basically read this suicide note, and I found it because I was just browsing YouTube videos, and I found a man saying like ICE did this or something, but he didn't actually read the note, so I researched it, and I found it on this specific site. So it's like, it seems to be on like two major, not major sites, but two sites, superstation95.com and Before It's News, and I'll put the link to this one in the description just in case you wanted to read over it. But I think it's a very revealing note, and what really drove me to making this video was I read this to my grandmother, and she doesn't really, I don't even want to say believe in what we believe in. She just doesn't really regard it and care about it, but she cried. I didn't even get to finish, and she told me to stop because she's scared. I feel like this needs to get out there. I mean, I know a lot of you are probably familiar with this stuff, and this can be confirmation to some, but maybe there are some who still aren't aware of this kind of thing. So, I think this note is essential to share with others. So, the title is ICE Agent Commits Suicide in NYC, Leaves Note Revealing Government Plans to Round Up and Disarm Americans During Economic and Bank Collapse. This has been updated twice. After writing a lengthy suicide note exposing terrifying plans the government has for American citizens, sorry, I'll move my mouse, just try to your best to read along, a U.S. Customs agent walked onto a pier in NYC and blew his brains out. Sources inside the New York City Police Department have revealed to Superstation 95, which is this website, the contents of a suicide note found on the body, and they are utterly frightening. The note, which says it was written over the course of a full week in advance, outlines why the officer chose to shoot himself. And I quote, "The America I grew up in and cherished has been murdered by its own federal government. Our Constitution has become meaningless and our laws politicized so badly they are no longer enforced except for political purposes." The note said, "Our elected officials are to a person utterly corrupt and completely devoid of any love or respect for the country which pays them. To them, everything is about getting and keeping power and making illicit money from backroom deals." The 42-year-old U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement deportation officer shot himself with a .40 caliber service pistol inside Pier 40 in Hudson River Bank at around 11 a.m. A source at the scene described how the officer calmly walked into the park, took out his pistol, and shot himself in the head. And I think this is the area where he did it. Not sure. Or maybe... Oh, yep, Chelsea Park, picture New York Friday. The 42-year-old, he worked as a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement deportation officer, and his offices were nearby to the scene of the shooting. He was rushed to Lenox Hill Hospital, but doctors were unable to save him. ICE released a statement Friday afternoon. Tragically, a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE deportation officer from the New York field office suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound and has passed away. It added, "The agency is not releasing further details pending notification of the officer's next of kin." According to the suicide note, the officer said, "I was hired to enforce the law, to capture and deport people who come to this country against our laws. But now, if I dare to do that, I face being suspended or fired because our president refuses to faithfully execute the duties of his office. Instead, I come to work each day and collect a paycheck twice a month for intentionally doing little to nothing. I could not and will not be party to this fraud, to this usurpation of the law, or to the despicable politicians betraying our nation." The note continued, "The ICE's Office of Professional Responsibility is reviewing the matter and coordinating with New York Police Department on the investigation." The agent worked at a field office in Lower Manhattan, just blocks away from the scene of the shooting. And if you look at NY Post, they just post like what happened, how his family are distressed, and how supposedly no one remembers a suicide note. But as I continue to read this is just too revealing. I don't know. Use your discernment, but I'm sorry, I'm all for it. But anyway, mentions FEMA camps for Americas. In the suicide note, the officer revealed what he claimed are terrifying plans the feds have been finalizing. If the American people knew what this government is planning, sorry, I tried to read along, they would rise up and overthrow it. If I or anyone else in the federal government revealed what is coming, we would be killed anyway. So now I reveal what I know. Oh, sorry. We and federal law enforcement have been drilling for several years to control riots and uprisings from a coming financial collapse and widespread